Hello dear viewers, I am Khan Bahadur, Assistant Professor of Statistics, and you are watching a video from my YouTube channel Statistics by Khan. Dear viewers, I hope all of you will be doing great. Dear viewers, this YouTube channel Statistics by Khan has been created for basic statistics with a view to help the beginner students of statistics, the researchers of all fields, and other learners of basic statistics. I have also a Facebook page and group with the same name, Statistics by Khan. You can visit them for steps related to basic statistics. Dear viewers, for better understanding of concepts in my video, I would recommend you to watch the full video. After watching the full video, I assure you, you will understand the concepts very clearly. Dear viewers, today's lecture is about arithmetic mean. So let's start the lecture. Arithmetic mean. What is the definition of the arithmetic mean? So the very short definition of arithmetic mean is arithmetic mean is the balancing point of a data set. This is the definition of the arithmetic mean. What arithmetic mean is? Arithmetic mean is the balancing point of a data set. If you find the arithmetic mean of a data set, so it will be a balancing point. What does the balancing point mean? It will be discussed later on. Dear viewers, one thing to remember is that the definition of the arithmetic mean is different from the procedure of the arithmetic mean. Usually when we ask the students that what is the definition of the arithmetic mean, so they are just describing the mechanism by which an arithmetic mean can be computed. That is, they are saying that arithmetic mean is the sum of the values divided by the number of the values. So actually that is the mechanism, or that is the procedure of computation of arithmetic mean. It is not the definition of the arithmetic mean. So this point should be clear. What is arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean is the balancing point of a data set. And what is or how it can be computed? So the procedure or computation of arithmetic mean. The computation of arithmetic mean. So how it can be computed? In a very simple way, it can be computed by computation. Sum of all the data points divided by the number of all the data points. So this is the procedure by which we can compute the arithmetic mean. It is not the definition. This is not the definition of the arithmetic mean, rather it is the procedure by which we can compute the arithmetic mean. The definition should be this: arithmetic mean is the balancing point of a data set. Symbolically, we can write arithmetic mean is equal to sum of the data set or data points. I have have written points, so I will write points over here and divided by number of points. So this is the mechanism by which we can compute the arithmetic mean. Sum of the data points divided by number of the points or number of the data points. I would write data points. So by this method we can compute the arithmetic mean. For example, in general terms, if I'm having 5 general observations, so I'm having 5 general observations, that is x1, x2, x3 and x4. And finally x5. So if I am going to compute the arithmetic mean from these general 5 observations, so by formula I would write them like this. X1, some mean adding with each other, x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5. So this is the sum of all these observations. And how many observations are there? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would divide it by 5. So this is the arithmetic mean. If I'm going to generalize this, so I would write x1, x2, x3 up to xn. Now in this data set, I'm having n observations, first, second, third, and so on up to n. So if I'm going to find or compute the arithmetic mean from this data set, so it would become arithmetic mean it would be x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus and so on plus xn up to xn. And as there are n observations, there are n general observations, so I would divide it by n rather than 5, because over here there are 5 observations and over here there are n observations, so I would divide it by 5. So this is the arithmetic mean. By this formula or by this method you can find the arithmetic mean. I think a short numerical example will make it very clear. So I'm taking a very short example, numerical example, in order to explain you how it can be computed from numerical data. So let me take a very simple example. Suppose I'm having value 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. This is the data set. If I'm going to find the arithmetic mean from this data set, so by following this procedure, I can find it this way. short I can write AM, arithmetic mean. So it should be 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9, and now I will count the number of observations. So 1 2 3 4 5. So the number of observations are 5, so I would divide it by 5. And the next step, I'll simplify the computation or the calculation. If I would add, so it would be 15, sorry, it would be 25. 1 3 4 5 9 7 16 and 9 25 divided by 5. So for this data set, the arithmetic mean is 5. So now this is the arithmetic mean, and this is the balancing point. What is the balancing point? If I'm taking the difference of all the observations from 5, what do I mean? If I subtract 5 from 1, so it would give me difference. I'm taking differences. It would give me -4. Similarly, if I subtract 5 from 3, I would get -2. Similarly, I'm considering this 5, rather I have written this, that 5, no problem, because both of them are equal. If I subtract 5 from 5, so I would get 0. And if I subtract 5 from 7, I would get 2. And finally, if I subtract 5 from 9, so I would get 4. So now you can see that sum of the negative deviations and sum of the positive deviations. This is -6 and this is +6. So they are balanced. They are in balance. So that is why arithmetic mean is called the balancing point. So this is the definition of the arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is the balancing point of a data set. So as we have calculated the arithmetic mean, it came out 5, and then we have justified that this 5 is the balancing point for this data set. And how can we determine the balancing point? It can be determined by subtracting the arithmetic mean, which is 5, from each value of the data set. So when we do the same, so we get some negative and positive deviations. So if you finally add the negative deviations and the positive deviation, they will be exactly equal. And this is the justification for the arithmetic mean for being a balancing point. So I hope this will make the basic concept clear about the arithmetic mean. And in next videos, inshallah, we will do some advanced examples on arithmetic mean. Thank you.